Doctors wear white coats. The ass doctor is wearing special attire. Today we're going to talk about why you shouldn't save yourself for marriage, why you should even be a playboy, a player, to find a wife, even if it sounds counterintuitive. I know it doesn't make any sense. But after you've watched this video, it will make sense, and hopefully you learn something about the way you should lead your life. Now, obviously, it sounds noble. Saving yourself for marriage, you want a virgin, so you're going to stay a virgin yourself. Sounds true on paper. But the landscape has changed nowadays, and let me give you a simple analogy. If there was a $10,000 basketball game, the winning team gets $10,000, there's no referee. Do you think the people would cheat? And everybody would think, yeah, obviously. Now, why in that same instance would you assume that a woman that wants you would not cheat, aka lie to you, in order to get what she wants, which is you? You say, oh yeah, I want a woman with the same morals. Well, how the fuck are you gonna know? You can't see inside of her head. Yeah, sure, you can just trust what she says, but 9 out of 10 times, you're going to just set yourself up for disaster. She could have whatever past that you disagree with, and you would never even fucking know. Why? Because you have no experience with women. So just hoping, praying that God will give you a good girl is not a good strategy. Same way that hoping and praying to God that your investments go up is not a good fucking investment strategy. It's just fucking dumb. It's retarded, frankly. So, how do you find out which one is a good girl, which one is a bad girl, a hoe? Well, you need to get a bunch of experience with both of them. If you only ever had one apple, and yes, I'm comparing women to apples, it's a fucking analogy. Don't lose your mind, but it's not going to be many women watching anyways. But if you've only ever had one apple, you don't know if it's good or bad. But if you've had a bunch of apples, then you know which one is good or bad. We're going to later dive into that, what exactly that means. But you need to get experience with women so you can understand, okay, this one is a good girl, this one is a hoe pretending to be a good girl, and you can see the differences. But you're not just going to magically learn that. It's not going to be magically inserted into your brain unless you've went through the experience. Like, sure, you can read books about it, you can watch videos about it, like how to find out if she's a good woman. But what if she just watched the same video and now she knows, oh, he wants this, this, and this to get a religious, faithful man. I'm just going to do that. Well, what the fuck are you going to do then? It took one step to outplay you. And now you're fucked. And now you're going to end up betrayed by your own belief. Oh my God, I saved myself for marriage, and then I later found out she didn't, and you feel fucking horrible. And I know this because guys have joined my Discord and told me that I saved myself for marriage, or saved myself for this girl who I thought I was gonna marry, then later found out she didn't do that either, and then he went fucking and wanted to kill himself. Like, that's fucking wrong. That's why I'm telling you, you shouldn't save yourself for marriage, because you're just setting yourself up for disastrous failure in 2025. It doesn't make any sense. Yes, it's an honorable thing to do, but it's also a stupid thing to do. We're not going to talk about the religious perspective because I'm not a priest. I'm not someone that has mastered or read the Bible multiple times. I'm not. I'm a Christian, sure, I believe in Jesus Christ, but this is a different topic. We're going to talk about practical advice here. So to avoid this horrible situation, you need to get experience with women. Now, it's up to you to decide if you want to sleep with them, if you just want to hang out with them, which is obviously not going to be as effective because romantic relationships do need to have some form of vulnerability, which you only ever get with intimacy, but you can do the middle thing, which is only do oral. Now, it sounds weird maybe, but that is kind of the middle ground. And I know some guys that do that and still get the experience part without ever giving themselves up fully. Let's just say that. Also, when I say, oh yeah, don't save yourself for marriage, I don't mean you should fuck anything with a fucking vagina. I'm not advocating for that either. Have some fucking standards. Don't fuck ogres just because you're horny. Have some discipline. I'm not saying that at all. When I post videos about it, and it's one of my most viral videos at the moment, oh yeah, don't save yourself for marriage because she's already broken in. I'm not saying be like fuck anything that walks. Definitely fucking not. But I'm saying you need to get experience so you can differentiate who is a good girl and who is not. Now, the second moral dilemma is virgin deserves virgin. Will a virgin want me? Now, if you're a normal dude and you've had a bunch of girls, odds are pretty low. Now, you can't get lucky, but odds are pretty low. But in my experience, from what I've seen through all the lifetimes I have lived, is when you're a man that is desired by many women, by accident, there will also be some virgins or some low body count, good tier women attracted to you. But it takes a whole lot of work. Now, it's hard, yes, but it leads you to the best result, where you can differentiate if a girl is a hoe is not, or is not, and you still get what you want. It is possible nowadays. It's not easy, it's not possible for everyone, but it is possible to get what you want and still don't be a fucking idiot about it. So, you have to understand what women find attractive, but this is a different video. This video is simply about why you shouldn't save yourself for marriage. So, just understand, you need experience to find out who's lying to you and who isn't. Because you can only analyze a woman's action. You can't trust her words. Oh, but if she has the same morals, she'll be honest with me. Well, how the fuck are you going to prove that? You're just going to hope she has the same morals? No. Hope, again, is not a fucking strategy. Oh, but love is this magical thing. Bro, we're not in a Disney movie. We're not. Sure, there's some luck involved. There's some things you can't describe about it involved. But it doesn't mean that you should leave everything up to chance. God sure gives you the things you want. But if you want a cake, He doesn't give you a cake. He gives you the ingredients. So, same thing applies to love. I can't tell you what exactly it looks like. But He won't just give you a good girl because you want a good girl. You still have to do the work to get one. And getting experience with the wrong people is part of that work. Or else you will never truly know.